Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to yet another Messy Monday, your only source for old gray bricks every week for at least, a couple months. But anyway, our Messy Monday. If you have not noticed, we will not be doing Thursday shows for a little while. There's a lot of, everybody's got some life going on right now. So we will just be doing Messy Monday where we don't have to work to do anything. We just turn the button on and we do it late like today. So there we go. How is everybody this evening? Jeff, you were not in frame to be starting the timer.
Yeah, sorry, I was putting stuff away.
Yeah, sure. There he is. Oh, I hit it too. Yep. There it is. Nope. I was adding as you were adding, so I'm sorry.
We're too short of being able to do Hollywood Squares. So.
There you go. Or the Brady Bunch.
Old and surly in the center square. So
Shadow Stevens.
What is that? Whoopi Goldberg or Paul Lynn?
Paul Lynn.
I'll be the Paul Lynn
back today, baby.
Oh my god,
you're definitely in the Paul Lynn spot.
Yeah. And can I tell you, probably that's why all the double entendre still continues in life is because that and the match game. Was it match game?
Yep.
Match
What's
game
the one
PM.
where they had to do what?
Match game PM. Yeah, not the regular match game, which was during the day, but match game PM, where at night they got a little racy on TV.
Well,
I got punched in the blank.
Yeah, they were not squeaky clean in the mornings either. So.
Well, no, but that's why they think they eventually moved them to match game PM. But now, if you watch the Game Show Network, not that I've watched that probably in a decade, but they would show match game PM during the day sometimes.
Oh,
Because now it's just vanilla comparison.
Don't know.
So was Whoopi Goldberg in the remake or was she in the original?
She was in the original or the remake of Hollywood Square or the continuation of Hollywood Square.
Yeah. Hollywood Squares went for a long time.
For us, it was like, the 80s.
Yep. Paul Lynn and all those good guys. It was always the disco singer of the week or whatever, Paul Anka or
Yeah.
I just remember Shadow Stevens.
Yep.
And then who was not just Paul Lynn, but I can't remember. Never mind.
Mr. T might have been on there.
Oh, now I forgot her name. What's her name? The Coochie.
Oh,
Charo.
Charo was always
on
on
there.
Squares, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Charles Nelson Riley. That was who it was on Match Game PM. That was hysterical. Did Charo bring her little dog on the show? I don't remember. I vaguely think she probably did from time to time. Who knows? She was very pre Paris Hilton carrying her puppy dog over there everywhere.
The comedian as well that had Lamb Chop. I forgot what the comedian's name was.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Sherry Lewis.
Sherry Lewis.
Yeah, okay.
Man, wow, we are cracking into some serious old gray brick here.
You can
Boy,
see
we are breaking that 18 to 25 demographic right now.
Oh man, we have left them all. They're like, what? I can't even get that to come up on Google.
That's
the number
black and white. Look at all that. There wasn't even color in the world when they were there.
Actually, if you look that up on the internet, you will hear a modem connect to whatever server that knowledge is on.
Entering the way back.
Yeah. I once told my students that there were 3 TV channels when I was a kid, and one student raised their hand and asked, was it in black and white? And I was like, automatic F right there. No.
Welcome to Fville. We'll see you next semester.
Yes.
Let's see who's in it. Steve is in the chat. What are you doing in the chat and in here? You're living a double life. So hello.
Yeah.
Battery powered bricks. Yes, we do have a case of the Mondays. Yeah, we were chatting. I'm totally off my time, my schedule, totally off today. I think I'm starting to be infested with pimento cheese into the life of being a South Carolinian soon, and so my time, is meaningless. Stever is here. Battery Power Bricks is here. Alternate candidate. Hello, Moto. Looking in. Hello. Yes, this old rig is very yellow. Thank you very much. Yes, no, I don't mean Google. We meant AOL probably. So anyway, welcome everybody to the show. Hope you guys hear. My big news today is I am currently unemployed.
We did it. We did it. They finally watched an episode.
I was gonna say they finally cracked the YouTube code on him.
So here's what's happening today. I turned in my card and my keys. I got taken to a nice lunch, and I packed all my work office into my car and some of the non-essentials into Jake's car, which he's coming down to in a week or so to come down to South Carolina. And so maybe by Thursday, I will be traveling to the apartment we have down there to South Carolina. So I'll be back and forth a bunch, but it's happening. So I quit my job, resigned from my job, finished my job today, signed disclosure agreements and stuff with house, real estate, whatever, for my house to get ready to go on the market. And so these are very, 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 very strange things. So you'll notice the Lego room is thinned out for viewing purposes. We've gone from hyper nerd to more controlled nerd in here.
Casual nerd?
That's thinned out.
I was going to say, it doesn't look very thinned out.
This door is now open again. There is an entire table missing right here, and there's shelves that usually go in this general area. They are now in the packing. And
that was probably at the recommendation of your realtor, aka wife.
Yeah, well, she had a friend. I'll tell you the story. This is great. She'll hate it. So
this is great. She'll hate it.
She'll hate it.
We're about to get him. We're about to get him divorced and fired. So no,
I'm moving,
divorced and no job.
So down here is the furniture from our old living room. You know what I'm saying? So our very comfy chair and couch that was well used and all of this. And so when Mel has a friend in real estate that was advising us, she came to the Lego room. My wife was expecting for her to go, these Lego have to go. This area right here is too much of a mess, all this kind of stuff. Now, she didn't want it to be pretty and cleaned up and everything. But she said that chair, though, needs to go. And so, not my Lego,
but the
chair.
That chair is hideous.
Well, it opens it up if that chair disappears. So to make it look more open. So yeah. But she was like,
it allows the rug to bring the room together. Is what you're saying.
What's that?
It allows the rug to bring the room together.
Yes. It gets cohesive. Well, we moved the couch to the center. You can walk all around it. It makes the room feel bigger and all that kind of stuff. So,
I feel like we need to have a rich tour of your room after all this description of, like, you need to carry around your camera and have your audio cut in and out while you show things.
Okay. I understand the adjective now. I thought you were just talking about a rich Corinthian tour of fanciness.
No,
we're talking about our friend Rich. So.
And, I mean, your future buyer could be watching right now. Maybe you should just do a walkthrough of the whole house and, like, show us each bathroom and bedroom. I mean, we can sell your house before it even goes on the market.
That's true.
Right. You know what? For $100,000, all the Lego can just stay.
Ooh, that's all?
The Lego will convey. I like that. Just like the appliances.
That's right.
Comes unsorted, though, is what I heard.
All the Lego? You mean you're not going to keep anything?
For $100,000?
There's got to be some things that you just wouldn't part with.
For $100,000?
For $100,000, I could buy it all back cheaper than that. So
you know that saying, everybody has a price. We just found Chris's.
I don't necessarily know if you could get it all back for $100,000.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, what I would want back, and I could do it. I could do it.
You'd be like Boone, who had to, like, pare down to 10 sets when he moved to Denmark. And I said, Boone, I want to see a piece, like, what were the 10 sets and why you made that choice? Because I'm thinking that had to be agonizing to pare down the entire Lego collection to 10 sets.
I won't speak all the way for him. He talked about that a little bit on his last thing, and it was, but he was giving it and selling it to friends, knowing it was going to be well loved and stuff like that. And he had kind of come to the grips of, this is a lot and all this kind of stuff. But, now he's going to be doing Lego every day at work. He's probably going to, do different creative things. So I think he came to peace with that. But then, when he was here, he's like, man, I missed that set. Here in the Lego room, he was like, oh man, this was beautiful. I missed this set and all that kind of stuff. But he did give, I showed it off before. He did give a piece of his original Lego as a kid for the Lego room in here, which was super nice of him to do. So,
How much would you sell Boone stuff for?
100,000.
if I get it signed, no. But anyway, no, I would keep some stuff, obviously, but it would be one of those things like when you do a bench scrape and you're like, I don't have to, but those bench scrape tubs catch up on you, and I got a bunch. That would just be a basement scrape, and I'm like, I don't have to sort that out anymore. I'll buy that piece again.
No, I mean, it's something that I've actually started thinking a lot more about recently is, I mean, it's still over a decade away, but I could retire in 12, 13 years and we would probably downsize the house because we don't really need a 4-bedroom house for 2 people and 2 cats. I mean, the cats need a lot of space. Let's not get ourselves.
Space.
Just saying.
But, and I've started to go, well, what would I keep and what would I not keep, and go, maybe I should move some of the stuff in my not keep category in 2024 or not wait for 2035. And so, yeah, that's on my summer to-do list is list some stuff on eBay that I wouldn't take into retirement. So it's weird thinking about that though.
Well, I will probably in coming back and forth grab a couple of boxes of sort that I really know there's stuff in there I want to keep, and take it to the little apartment I'll be in, and probably boredom sort, watching streaming TV or whatever. And custom sets included. I'd never give it away, Moto. I would never give it away. I'd never give it that. Yeah, your custom set would be here.
That's not what he said a few minutes ago. He said for $100,000.
100,000.
I would keep Moto's set.
Moto, your sets have a price. Your gift sets.
That would be added extra 35 cents. So all right. Good to have y'all here today. Sandlin popped in late. Hope you're doing okay, sir. Let's do spin around the room. We'll just do it in the order on my screen. I'll start with Matt. He's at the bottom of the screen. Hello.
So yeah, I mean, I it's been a while, because even before this, this month was just crazy for me personally. So I just had a lot going on, and there were a couple times where I texted the other gentleman and I was like, yeah, don't think it's going to happen for me tonight. I just have so much. So in this month, or last 30 days, I went to Vancouver for a work conference, which was fantastic. And I was seriously trying to finish a paper that I presented at the conference. Then I came back and I had all of 48 hours, and mom and dad dropped in. And mom and dad don't come over, come once every 7-8 years. So it's not a frequent thing. So I'm furiously trying to get the house ready and then, take them around and show them stuff. And they had a great time. We went up to a botanical garden up by Ball Ground, Georgia. Did a variety of stuff, and took them to the airport. And then I had 3 days before I went back to the airport to take 43 college freshmen and sophomores to Washington, D.C. for 5 days, which was a lot of fun. Apparently at the National Building Museum, they had a Lego building exhibit, which I only found out about in the last day, and I didn't have the time to go. Did something that I never did. I lived in DC for about 3 years before I moved to Georgia to go to grad school. And one of the things I never got around to doing was attending a session of the Supreme Court, which they only have 50 seats for the public, and it's a first come, first serve. So me and one other student, I put the invitation out to all 43 students. One other student met me at 6:15 in the morning in the lobby to go over and stand in line for 4 hours. Before the Supreme Court starts at 10, and we did not make the first 30 minutes, but we did make it in for the second half of the first case and then the first half of the second case. So I can cross that off my nerd bucket list. I saw Supreme Court oral arguments, which was cool. Never sat in the room, and there they were, although there weren't 9. So sit down, and I'm like, there's an empty chair up there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Mr. Thomas is not here. We get out of the court session, and it was like a news story, where is Clarence Thomas? No comment from the court, but he's not present. So I was in that day. We were short one from the justice, one short, one justice, but it was really cool. We didn't lose any college students, which was great. I was rooming with another professor, and he gets a call after I'd fallen asleep. So I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the night, and one of the students lost or had his wallet stolen, and so the program director, he's like, he went to the airport very, very early so that this young man could be strip search or whatever they had to do to get him on the airplane. But he did get on the airplane. I told them that you need to plan on being there like 3-4 hours early because they're going to put you through the ringer if you don't have any ID. I mean, none. So I got back last week and I'm like, all this, all these, like one thing after another, it's all over. But no, it actually wasn't over because friend of the show, Mr. Nyes, had commissioned me to build him some facades as backdrops. And I had finished 0 of them before. So I finished 5 facades, which I can't show you because he came and got them already. But as I'm furiously building like a building per day, and I got them all. I got 5 done, and he seemed quite pleased. And I actually really enjoy building just the facade because that's all. I don't do interiors. So usually what I do is I like build the front side and I'm like, yeah, okay, tweak that. Oh, I guess it needs some sides. Okay, I flip it around. Now I need to build the back side. But basically I just like building the front and the back, and the rest of it's just, I don't care. So Mr. Nice paid me to build him some facades. And I was telling him when I got back, I was like, yeah, it's been really busy, and I had to really buckle down to just build nonstop for a couple of days to get these things ready for you. And he was kind of like apologizing. I said, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out to myself how much deadlines are important. So usually it's a show deadline where it's like, oh, we're getting in the car in a week. Gosh, I really need to finish that build. And so, there's nothing quite like a deadline. And I guess it showed me I could still pull the Lego version of an all-nighter. I could build 5 facades in 5 days or whatever it was. But yeah, the end is near. I'm looking forward to things calming down. This is my title is Last Week, Matt. This is the last week of our classes at the college. So, of course, I got 5 emails in the span of 3 hours when all the students went, oh, crap. I haven't turned in this and that, and class ends next Monday, so I have 1 week.
Oops.
I haven't answered those yet.
Letting them sweat. Nice.
Oh yeah. You wait 14 weeks to reach out to me. I am not gonna immediately reply. You're gonna have to wait at least a little while. So I got a very important Lego TV show to do, and but I missed you guys. So
wait, you're going on Lego Masters?
What's that?
You're going on Lego Masters?
No, YouTube show. Sorry. There's no announcement. I get back. So Thursday, I'm all like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to chat with the guys. And, I haven't been on the show for like a couple of weeks. It felt like a long time. And in the text, they're like, yeah, I'm tired. And, I got to pack. I don't think we should cancel. And I'm like, I'm finally free. I'm like, I finally no longer feel like there's a large piano suspended over my head, and I'm like just staying ahead of everything. And so yeah, it's getting chill. The one thing I can show you is that my entire build table is covered with disorganized bricks that need to be put away, and there's a table downstairs in front of the TV that's also covered in brick, which is the detritus of building 5 facades in like 6 days. I am not a tidy builder, so yeah.
I'm not either.
You want to answer that?
No. Yes, we're going to paid cable in Aurora, and yeah.
Did you say Aurora, Illinois?
Aurora, Illinois.
Aurora. I lived right next to Aurora. It was the next town over. We played them in high school. We played them in basketball and stuff like that.
Nice. Very cool. Well, Matt, it is good to have you. Like, yeah, it was kind of funny last week when you kind of like, hey, well, I'm excited about the show today. And we're like, we're done. We're not.
Yeah, we're not. Come back next week.
All right, let's see. Next on my list, there is Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hey, I don't have a whole lot going on. This week I just kind of had builder's block a little bit. I got one floor left in the Bugle, and I'm still like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I did make Spider Horse, so I haven't put them together yet. But here are the graphics for it.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's a Spider Horse. Widow is what he's called. I think the Spider-Man that rides him is called Quick Shot. That's not right. Ricochet, I forget. Web Slinger, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that's all I really got. I'm really boring. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. We need a deadline. Should we give you a deadline? Will that help?
I have one already. June 12th is my deadline.
June 12th. And if you've not seen the latest Steve video, he threw away one of his children on
and justly so. Justly so.
Yeah. I still got one left, so.
And how dare they want to do sports ball before Lego?
Yeah.
I mean,
and they now know what will happen if they choose the wrong answer.
Well, yeah, my daughter knows now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did you stare her down the whole time in the video?
No, in the video, she was just kind of like. She did a great job.
Good kid. Good kid.
That's awesome. Cool. Hello, Entertainment Lane. How are you? Yes. Yes. All right. Old and Surly, how are you, sir?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat. I have done little to no building this week. The only thing I built was I found a little separatist mock that I had stored in my backlog there that I thought was kind of neat. You don't really realize what a pain in the butt it is to do angles when somebody else designs them, because you're like, holy crap, how are you going to fill this in? But I do like the fact that they were able to integrate, and I don't know if this is actually on the actual Lego set or not, but they worked it to where the engines are actually rotating and actually open and close the rear doors on it, which I thought was kind of neat. I've just never been an actual proud owner of the real Lego one to compare it, but I think it's a little bigger overall.
So that's a fan design?
Yeah. This is a oh gosh, I wish I could remember his name. I'll put it in the comment section after I get done here. But yeah, it's somebody's mock, and I give them credit. Again, they found some great ways to do some really nice angles on there, and they, in my mind, from what I've seen the pictures of the Lego one, they kind of really fleshed it out more than the actual Lego one, which just feels like more of a side build than it does an actual ship, based on what I could find out there. And kind of similar to Chris, like you mentioned, just doing those desk wipes. And I started actually cleaning a little bit of the house wipe and trying to get all those sorted buckets and bins of pieces I've been picking up online and whatnot. And you don't really realize what a hoarder you are until you start to do that. And
oh my gosh!
I kid you not, I must have found at least 20 to 25 boxes that had just been sitting in places where I meant to get back to them. And it was like a Lego minifig factory had exploded in here. So I'm just sorting hundreds, if not thousands, of minifigures right now, trying to get them all organized. Just so many duplicates.
Some proudly bought from Fazoom on Whatnot, right?
I have a feeling you're good at peer pressuring on that. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it. That's what I was hoping for, was a big Whatnot auction for your move, and now you're disappointing me by claiming you're just gonna sell it all with the house.
Well, well, no, there could be. And here's something I foresee possibly happening. We sell the house, we got to move, and what we find up there, if I got to downsize it, I'm going to have come Saturday, all the bins are open for you to drag it out of here, and not the sorted stuff, but the unsorted bins, plop them on the ground, and come pick the carcass clean, kind of thing. So
you should do
a definite possibility.
You should do like Storage Wars and just have a closed box. Like you just have an auction, and you don't know if you're getting table scraps, or you don't know if it's like one color, one shape, and just be like, it's Lego lottery, like $50 a box.
I think I hear some minifigures in this one.
It could have a Galaxy Explorer from 78 in it, or it couldn't.
Or it could be all tires.
Or a giant 1x1 clips.
Oh,
And
yeah,
also-
I got 3 bins of those. Thank you very much.
Eyes. Yes.
All right, Old and Surly. And you know what? That is part of the basic AFOL, probably, right? Is the bin of unsort and bench scrape? Yeah. Like the gathering storm. It happens. All right. Jeff Van Winden, how are you, sir?
Good. I had a productive weekend because I didn't go anywhere. I had no children here.
One of us.
Well, yeah. I actually made a list. I got so bad that I put a list together, all the stuff I had to do, housework and non-housework, like Lego stuff, just lots of sorting. David Cowdice donated some club brick to me for building castles.
Nice.
Just to give you an idea, this is also some of Dave K's club brick that I've used to build castles. So he gave me another bin. So I spent most of the weekend sorting, or part of the weekend sorting that. I added a bunch of instructions to my my Bricklink store. Just basically did a bunch of stuff I needed to get done. I'll do the camera again. I put the pathway around where my keep is going to be. So the keep is the red and blue area with the multicolored crap around it. And I'm currently working on figuring out, like, putting the floor in for that area. And I'll put this back. And Old and Surly, you were talking about weird angles, and yeah, these things, weird angles from anywhere, from everywhere, in order to get things to line up. And it's surprising how tight. It's surprising how stable it is. No, it's surprising how tight you can get these together, even though you can't lock them together. So that's something else I have to figure out still. But my goal is to make my keep at least 2 sections, maybe 3. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to build it so that it'll be easier to transport. Because the last one was just really big, and I took the last one apart. Hence the bin of bricks and the far too few of these wedge pieces that I'm going to need to order a crap ton more of again. So luckily there's still like pennies on Bricklink, or less than a cent in most cases on Bricklink. So you just have to order from Germany, which is okay.
Yeah.
But,
9.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff done. I had a very productive weekend. I even got a chance to watch Dune 2 because it came out digitally. And I watched a few other movies as I was sorting and stuff. So I feel like I got a lot done. I also did find one bin. I was adding, Dave had given me a bunch of instructions to put on my Bricklink store as well. And I pulled out Dave's bins of instructions and I brought them upstairs to do the sorting because that's where I was doing it. And I opened one bin and it's just a bin of random instructions. And I'm like, I have no idea where this bin came from. It wasn't his. I think it was something Janie gave me a while ago to add to the store. And I have no idea where it came from. And now I'm like, okay, so add a new thing to my list, which didn't get done, is to now put these into my store. But it's like, really? I thought it was done.
Never done.
Anyways, never done. No, for sure. So.
Yes, we probably all have a forgotten pile of something.
Yeah.
And there were, when we move out of here, I'm gonna be like, oh crap, I forgot that. Just dang it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only other thing I wanted to get done was to start working on the bouncy castle again, but I had to, in order to do all that, I had to clear out the rest of the other stuff first. Like you said, you saw there's a big module here beside me, so I have no table space right now. I'm basically building in like the 2 feet in front of me. So anyway, I'm done.
Well, and that's me. This room is nice and clean. I'm like, I could build something, just crap it all up. And
I saw I was watching a few YouTube videos over the weekend. I saw one of Dave K's videos, and he dumped the trans neon green canopies on his table because he was sorting through to see which ones he had, and he held one up, and it's like I suddenly had the urge to build like space ones. No, what was the trans neon green? What theme was that?
Mtron magnetizer.
Oh yeah, it was Mtron. Yeah, I was like, I suddenly had the
Megacore magnetizer.
Yeah, I suddenly had the thought of like just the regular, not the actual panels, but just the windscreens themselves. And it's like, I want to build space.
Space.
Oh, and sorry, one other thing, I did expand my. Speaking of space, I did expand my collectible minifig racks. They're now like 10.
Nice rack.
And
That's right here.
Is that a rack?
But there's a big gap there where I can now put all my other space guys from the other teams.
Whoa. Let's watch
A big gap there.
This is a family friendly.
Hey, I'm surprised because Matt at the very beginning said something about his mother coming over or something, and no one said anything. I forget what the phrase was.
What's his mom?
My parents were coming over.
No, but you specifically said something about your mom, and I was like, I'm not saying anything. Anyway.
Sometimes we let them fly. Sometimes we just,
it was too early.
There's low brow in there.
That being said, he's no longer employed at the church, right? So
yeah, but we still have to watch when he gets that nervous.
I do have to have the other job. Thank you very much.
That's true.
The falsetto laugh. That's the tell. If you ever want to play poker with the Southern Baptist, when he gets the falsetto laugh, that's when you go all in.
No, you got to wait for that when you get him drunk. Anyway, so let's go to Mr. Sandlin. What's up, dude?
Not much. I had a nap with my doggie this evening.
Aww.
We kicked back in the comfy chair, and that's why I showed up late.
You sound like you're actually still asleep.
I feel like I'm still asleep. Just Monday, and still feeling the allergy stuff. I woke up this morning, my eyes were all like crusty and
lovely,
all that good fun. So yeah, I haven't done any Lego stuff recently. I'm in sort of a lull right now because it's like, although a little bird told us that one of the lugs got their lug bulk order at this point. So
Omaha.
Omaha.
Are you calling a play or?
That's Oklahoma.
That's Mississippi.
It's Omaha. Peyton Manning.
So maybe ours will come in soon, and I'll have brick resources, and maybe I could start working on a new Hashima module or something. But yeah, more recently I've kind of been not doing very much. And we're still several weeks away from going to take Small Paul down to Legoland, Florida, and visit our friend of the show, Ryan Wood.
Ryan.
Visit Ryan and his family and do the Legoland down there, and get my Dungeons and Dragons set so I can build that when we come back. So yeah, I've just been really not doing much Lego, although I've been sitting here looking around at, I need to pick that up and I need to do this. And so, yeah, the room represents chores to me right now. I'm looking at Small Paul's gigantic mess over there, thinking I need to make Small Paul pick up his mess. Maybe this weekend we should both come downstairs and do a little bit of the housekeeping stuff that you got to do.
Cool bonding.
Yeah.
And what an exciting show we have. We're talking about, cleaning, not building, all these adult things, puttering around instead of signing agreements to sell our house. How 13-year-old versions of us will be so mad at us right now.
Don't forget Hollywood Squares. Although 13-year-old versions of us would have known what we were talking about.
That's true.
What about 13-year-old virgins?
That's what I heard too.
Well, that would also be probably true of most of us at that age.
Yes.
I didn't say that. Anyway, all right, but yeah. It's life. Sometimes life is like the Lego room's down there, but I'm not in it. I'm actually building a set tonight, by the way. I got this for like $20. A little whatever, the Scud Fighter or whatever from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got it on clearance. So
sometimes the Lego room reaches a critical mass, and you have to actually clean it up before you can do more Lego building.
What?
Or you just bench scrape it into a bucket and throw it over there and ignore it.
Until you move. I have enough of those sitting around too. So,
well, ironically, that's what I did 2 weeks ago. Was I cleaned up all my scrap buckets and cleaned it all up. The only thing I'm down to is minifigures and Technic pieces. Otherwise, everything else is in inventory. And the sad thing is that since I finished all that, I think I've now collected at least another shoebox full of crap that I found.
It never.
So the forever sorting is not even a joke anymore.
A couple of years ago, my friend gave me this basketball set.
I saw you flexing that earlier this
got
week.
Like the spring leg, and they can shoot the ball into the hoop. So I am like, just for funsies, try to get the juices flowing again. I'm building like a base to have it sit on, and then I'm gonna I want to build a wall, like enclose it and put the backboards in the wall. But the thing is, like, you need to put your hands on it to shoot. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to build that wall. But I thought it'd be cool to have kind of like a Rucker Park type feel to it, where it's just like got chain link fence and it's like a park, you know.
Well, you know, didn't the original basketball sets have and the hockey sets too had the big dishes and dome like curved skateboard wall pieces, so the ball would roll back into the court. And all that kind
this
of stuff.
one has they're just. Let me get to some of these.
Well, and Steve, you got to remember, you don't actually have to play it. You can just build the walls around it, and so it's a nice display piece.
Yeah, but me and my son like to play it, so it's old. It's got like old gray. I just want to update it a little bit.
Just makes the walls modular, so you can pop them on and off.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Which actually is a recommendation for anything that you're going to build, because it just makes it easier to move no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to tell a story. I'm sorry, this is off topic, and I have to say it. I'll get to you. There's this guy. We just said old fart. So today I'm like doing last minute hugs and everything, and my executive pastor guy, after we had lunch and I was saying bye and everything, I gave him a hug, and I think I squeezed a toot out of him, and so we didn't say anything. No words were said about it, but I really think I squeezed him and he went, and I don't know if I cracked his back or he tooted, but we just kept on talking, and I walked out.
Nice.
So awesome. He's very proper Southern too, and that would have not been for him to have released the vapors would not have been appropriate. And so I think I did it, and that may be the best thing of my day. Anyway, all right, let's go to Dana. Dana, what you doing?
I was about to take a sticker off of the sheet and put it on this piece here, but I will wait until I'm not having to focus. But that does give you an idea of what I'm building.
There you are.
Space goes because evil wins, right? So that's what I'm doing this evening. But unlike the rest of you,
dumb.
What's that?
Because good is dumb.
Because good is dumb. Good is dumb. And unlike the rest of you AFOLs, I've actually been Legoing this last couple weeks, which has been I've been kind of in the groove. I haven't really been sharing much. Well, I shared a little bit online, but I've been just kind of having some fun. So I got a part in. I went and saw Ginny down at Wild Bricks on Friday, and I picked up some parts. So as you guys remember, I had taken one of these and turned it into Friends. But one of the things I didn't like about it was that I had left the gray thruster. Well, I have fixed that. So now it is more frenzy with the orangey thrusters. So added that.
You know, anybody our age will leave a gray thruster here or there. So
yeah, but you know what? You really should get that checked. Just saying.
That needs some Coldplay music behind it.
or maybe U2. I don't know. It's one of the two.
It was all yellow.
It was all
yellow.
Ew.
Yeah, no, it'll be Coldplay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. In addition, I did get some stuff in the mail and stuff like that. So I did get the headpiece and the hair to be able to finish my Ziggy Stardust frame, which actually turned out really cool. Thanks to Femme from the Block, who actually pointed me in the direction for this head and this hair, which was cool. I went to the Lego Discovery Center, and they did not have any space poly bags, so I was really bummed out by that. But they do have a nice big 3-dimensional sculpture of a space dude, which was kind of cool. And then I also didn't realize they have the minifigure machine.
Who does?
The Atlanta Discovery Center in Phipps Plaza. They have the custom printed torso machine. I didn't have time because I was basically running in and running out, but that does give me a reason to go back down there and do some custom minifigure Atlanta things. And actually, I think that gives me a great idea because my friend who sent me one from Germany, or not that he got it from Germany, he got it from Billin. I'm going to send him an Atlanta one. So that'll be kind of cool.
Nice.
But I did go to Bricks and Boards up in Dawsonville, and they did have the space poly bag.
What?
And they were only $4.99 as opposed to the $7 that I've heard that they're going for at the Legolands. So I was stoked for that. Still haven't found them at Target and everything like that, but it is what it is. I did also get my Kroger got in the new CMFs, so I got the nurse.
Oh, did they?
Hello, nurse. And with the nurse, I had to make an X1 Space Baby version.
Oh, it is Dark Azure.
It is Dark Azure.
When you originally posted that picture, I'm like, it's regular blue. How come that wasn't an option?
Well, bright blue is blue, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I used just blue as.
Yeah, I know, but I almost just put blue, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to put bright blue so that the people would think, all right, he's making a difference. But yes, it is Dark Azure because Friends is Dark Azure. Some gold pieces in there and some trans pink. But I was sad that there was not a trans purple 1x1 tile. I was really saddened by that. So that would have been what would have normally gone on the screen there. But I got that. And then while I did get the City Poly bag, this was phoned in. They could have done more with this. I'm just saying. I needed it. I want it. I'm glad I got it. Glad I got a couple of them because now I can use the torsos a cheap way of getting some torsos. Granted, they'll probably show up on Pick a Brick at some point in time. Yeah. But I still wanted it. So
did you build the new space one?
I have not gotten the dome one. No,
because that has that vehicle for the wheelchair guy.
Oh, did it? Oh, where he?
Yeah. So I thought that was a nice tie-in. Yeah, it's just a different back end, and I thought, okay, cool. Now he can get around too.
So it's got a different trunk, huh?
Yeah.
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 But I do need to get that. I do need to still
longer.
Get that. And anyway. There's just way too much. My Lego budget has been blown for the longest time, and so things are going to take a while. Of course, I have projects that I'm supposed to be working on, but I had an idea in my head from Atlanta BrickCon that I needed to finish building upscale. So I did build the white upscaled minifigure. And then, of course, another reason that I went down to Wild Bricks was because I needed some pieces to finish the black one. Actually, I was able to build the white one completely from parts and inventory. The black one, I had to get these, what is it here? These little wedge pieces here. These little rounded
quarter domes.
Not the quarter domes. The little 1x4 or 1x3 pieces.
Oh, the arch.
The arch. The little
arch.
I call
them hip. That's kind of hard to get, right?
They're not common. No, they are not common. I'm trying to see if I grabbed a couple extra ones, but they're probably someplace up. Yeah, the little corner, the little arches that are solid in black, they are not very, very common. So got the black, got the white, and then I'm going to add red because I think red is the only other one that I think there's all the parts that are actually available to make. I thought blue might also be in there too, but those top corner, those arches and the quarter arches are not in every color. And it's weird the colors they are in. Some things are it's just like, that's weird that they have it in that color. But so red's going to happen eventually. I'm working on Space Skulls. I did some space. I've got a Pick a Brick order that should be here tomorrow to finish up some other stuff. And then hopefully my collectible minifigures will be coming soon. And then,
there's more.
Even though Small Paul's not here, we're going to talk about the Dragon of the Week. What? I heard people complaining, as all AFOLs do, about everything. That there were a lot of AFOLs who were not happy with this dragon. I think this is a fantastic dragon. His haunches, his stance is great. My one drawback is I'm not real keen on the way they did his mouth a little bit because of it just doesn't close quite right the way but that I think is just geometry with you're dealing with organic things and bricks. It's not always there. And I did have to say, somebody did comment about his eye being so recessed that I think Lego could have done that better. That would be probably, I would have to say that probably my own complaint. I think the wings are fantastic. I think the way they did the tail and the spine is all fantastic. Now, granted, I don't build a lot of Ninjago sets, so I'm not really familiar with the level of detail in the dragons that they do. If you're playing at home, drink. But I do like, I mean, they did great with the sense of coloring. They did great with the coloring. And granted, I would probably have to get, I know I would have to get aftermarket if somebody does these wings. And I'm sure I can probably hit up Meredith to get me in touch with somebody in Europe who would probably do these wings in other colors. Because, I want a blue one. I want a black one. I want a white one. I want to make all the 5 major dragons now to have. I think they should be able to be recolored and use this and just redo them and make subtle differences to differentiate between the different dragon styles. But this was cool.
Hey Dana, for the eyes, can you rotate the little horn pieces just above the eye inward toward his nose just a bit?
That's actually what I've done. And it's still a little tight. I mean, it's supposed to give you the impression that his eye is sunken in there, but it's almost too much. It's almost too much. It still looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like the one little nitpick thing I would probably say. The set overall is a lot of fun. If you're on the fence or you haven't gotten around to building it or whatnot, I won't go into the details on it. Everybody else already probably has. It's a fun set. There are lots of little nods to all sorts of things. And on top of that, there are some great freaking build techniques throughout the whole thing. I'm probably sure the castle guys have been just going gaga over it, and even the medieval towns, because it's just some great build techniques in there all the way around. So
I appreciate the fact that you're like, I can't believe people are complaining about this dragon, and then you commence to complain about the dragon. That was the best one.
Basic Bayful. I mean,
that's it, right?
I mean, come on. I mean, what would you expect me not to basic A-fold it? I mean, come on.
Come on.
Come on. What do you think?
You played it in space.
But yeah. So that's it. That's what I got.
So Dana has Legoed for all of us. Give him a hand, everybody. Way to go. Thank you very much. Thank you for making this chat, which we had almost 40 people in here just a second ago.
And then of course I drove 5 of them away.
Yeah.
But yes, you did actually say, hey, these people actually do build, so they're
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes.
They tuned in because they figured Dana would drop a couple double entendres, but he actually made it through that monologue pretty clear.
Well, because I had Lego to actually talk about. Now, if you want me to, I can reach around and grab something else.
There you go.
Oh wait, I got a bag of friends.
Thank you for not.
So this is one of the things I still need to do is I need to go through this bag of friends, Thunder, and scavenge heads and hairs to add to the Mars-based population, and then build them little rooms. And so that's my to-do list once I finish up this other thing. I'm also working on something that I'm hoping that Meredith will take with her and add to her mock when she goes to Chicago. That's another thing I'm working on.
Okay. That was not the kind of double entendre I was thinking of, but it could be a question in the, is this a Lego show or is it a serial killer show? Like, I got a bag of friends over here.
All my friends' heads are in this bag right behind me.
There's some hair in this bag.
You just need to switch them around.
Exactly. Cannibalizing heads.
I managed to make my floor stable with hinges.
What, your horse was not stable and you needed to stabilize it, or
it's solid.
It's solid.
Would it survive the earthquake machine on Lego Masters Season 3?
No, but nothing would.
Would it survive the interstate of Kentucky?
Nothing survives the interstate.
No, nothing. No, it didn't survive the first time, although this wasn't there. But you did mention Lego Masters in Australia is airing, and if you have the ability to watch it because Michelle and from season 2
and Crystal from season
one are on it.
Yep.
And they're hour and 20-minute, hour and a half minute, long episodes. They do focus a lot more on the builders for
a lot more
for Australian teams, for your outside of Australian teams, world teams, Denmark, Germany, France, and the States. I don't know why they didn't choose Canada, because obviously we have winning teams, but anyway.
I heard it. I felt that.
Wow.
That was a shot.
Wow. Yeah, I felt it all the way down here.
It's been a pretty good. I've watched last week's episodes. I haven't watched the ones that aired last night, but it's definitely a good show. Thank you.
He looked really thrilled.
I know that guy. No, I'm just joking.
I thought it was funny on the first episode when they said that they're going to get 14 hours to build, that the two American contestants kind of looked at each other and went, "Oh, really? We get that much time?" Like they were kind of shocked. Like,
yeah. It was awesome.
Sad but true.
They were like, you won't even need the hotel room. You got 14 hours. You just stay here overnight.
Yeah.
So that actually brings up a thing. There was a rumored season 5 filmed and in the can, but we haven't heard hide nor hair of said season or Lego Masters Junior that was also rumored to be happening. So I
mean, obviously the strike finished quicker than they thought, I guess, and they have content, so they'll probably hold off till the fall.
Maybe so.
Or during the summer, like they've done that in the past for summer seasons, right?
Well, the odds are all those people are probably going to go to Brick World Chicago, and so they won't announce it until after Brick World Chicago just to drive them nuts. Because that's been the par for the course. So,
well, there's also Summer Olympic Games. There, U.S. presidential election. This in years the election summer games the TV schedule gets really packed, and maybe they're intentionally timing it so that when it comes on, it's not up as much headwinds. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't remember who has the rights to Olympics. Is it Fox? Is it NBC? I think it's NBC, isn't it?
I think it's NBC.
It's usually NBC.
Whatever Jimmy Fallon's on.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what network that is.
That's NBC.
Yeah, because I know they're doing broadcasting for it. So
okay.
Unless something has changed, NBC has almost always had the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they might even put it up against the Olympics. Who knows? They
or
might.
What is it now? NBC, Universal, whoever owns whatever now.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know who's got who. So yeah, I need to pick up the Australian competition and watch the new one. By the way, I built this. It took less than an hour. It's painfully okay. It was kind of fun to build, and there's some. It was like, this could be cool, but it is the epitome of a Star Wars gray blob and everything. And
it needs more color.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great part pack. So when they go to $15, this is great for parts. But the thing I've noticed at my Walmart, I got this on clearance. My Walmart is packed to the gills with the little preschool Disney Jedi Training Academy set that came out, like stacked high and deep at like half off right now. There's like 50 in my store or something like that. Every time you go to a different corner of the clearance aisle and on the Lego aisle, there's a stack of them, about 10 deep, and they're just sitting there. Nobody's getting them and everything. So that's crazy. I know nothing about the show, but
I picked up a couple just for parts, because actually I picked up one earlier at one point in time for some parts. It's got decent parts, but not as good as the second one that came out. So I'll definitely pick up more of that one when it goes on clearance down the road.
Wait, which second one? I think I'm talking about the second one, the one that just came out this January.
The one with this one?
No, yeah. No, maybe not.
You're talking about
the temple one, right?
The one with Yoda. This is the one without Yoda.
Yeah.
The new one is without Yoda. The old one is with Yoda.
That's good.
I had I put a small parts pack in to hit the threshold, and so a couple things came in this week. But one of them is the jewel piece in sand green, which was kind of interesting. It was a newish. I think it's the first time it's come in that color, and the ice cream piece in the dark blue, and then the headlight or the snot brick, but also the quarter curve in translight blue. So I got 4 of those. So.
Nice.
When Dana needs 4, he can come over, but this one apparently got scratched in shipment, so maybe Dana won't come over. And then I got some more of the garage doors. So some of the new friend sets have the garage doors in different colors. So they had it in the dark blue solid and the trans light green. I guess that's what that is. And one of the bright green. So one of the friend sets has a couple of these in some other brighter colors. But I think the green one here is the only one that showed up so far in Bricks and Pieces, and so
yeah, it was on an earlier set, I think.
Okay, so that's the mansion, the modernist mansion type thing. I guess those parts haven't made it on, but
no, not yet.
I got about 8-10 of both of these colors. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them.
Build.
I didn't do that.
Matt just fell off.
McCube.
Yeah, okay, that's what happened. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, blipped on my end.
That's weird.
That's weird. I've had pretty good connection.
It's 5 years later too.
No. But no, it's always nice to come home from a trip and you got a little bag of parts from Lego. So that's all.
Thank you. Yeah, I have been there. It's crazy. My wife, when we sat down here to get this ready and everything, I kind of felt her crazy. It's like, what are we going to do with all this here in the Lego room and in there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I feel it now. I mean, it's like the madness is coalescing into one area, and yeah, the madness.
I was going to say the correct answer should have been build.
I can't.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the correct answer should have been start taking things apart.
Yeah. Sort
an old mock. I don't do that.
I just keep finding bags of minifigures. Like, no matter what I do, they just keep appearing. They won't go away.
Again, is this a serial killer podcast or a Lego podcast?
Well, I did go on Whatnot the other night, and some guy had like 2 viewers, and he was putting stuff on there. So I got like this bag of space figs. I got a Space Police 2 guy. I probably paid like $15 for this entire bag of minifigures.
Why would you do that? You're trying to move.
I know. Well, they seem self-contained. I can throw them in a scrap bin and they'll stay together.
I don't know what that is, but I want it.
That's right. So yeah, but these are ones I could probably flip or whatever if I ever get back to doing that. So anyway, body bags all over it.
Or they'll make great Christmas gifts.
They will. You're all getting a minifig. So.
About to fill up a bunch of Easter eggs and just start slinging them across the neighborhood like little mystery figures everywhere.
That's right. And yeah, by the way, Dana, you were talking about the poly bag and everything. You missed the show last week where I got multiples of those shipped to me with love from Canada. So
yes, but as I said, they had to come from Canada.
That's right.
And our Walmarts, like our dollar stores, were carrying them, but I just noticed our Walmarts have got them now too. So
yeah,
I'm assuming they're getting stock now from Lego for the polybags.
Do the Canadian Lego bricks fit on the American ones?
You should know because you ordered Canadian brick, so you know.
I just have no boxes yet. You're part of those 20-something boxes that I still got to slice open.
And for you Star Wars fans who are wanting to get the gift with purchases for your laying out more money to get more free quote unquote brick, the little is it AT tank from episode 1, there's a little mini version of that. My Target has that poly bag on the shelf. So
my Barnes and Noble and Target have had that poly bag for probably a month or 2.
Is that right?
That's a disappointing one there.
yeah, it's like that's just what I don't. And who
But
needs,
that's actually not uncommon for Lego to do for May the 4th. They'll throw a poly bag in there that's just generic, that's, you know, like an X-Wing, or, you know, they've done that time and time again. It's never an exclusive poly bag.
Yeah, that's true. I do like that the droid carrier. They're doing kind of an homage to the old original one.
Yeah.
But that's what, $150, $160?
Which is
I think
typical.
it is the break point for that.
Yeah, which is typical.
I wasn't on the show for the last few weeks, but is it just me, or did the UCS TIE Interceptor look small?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, maybe it's just the way the box presents it or something, but
for a $240 set, it doesn't look like a similar size as the other UCS ships.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to look at the piece count compared to the normal TIE fighter or versus the X-Wing
like
to see.
1,900 piece, I think, somewhere in that range.
Well, then it is a little high, but then again, they've been raising prices on everything. So,
well, if you see it next to Gene, Gene's version, it looks a good size, but Gene is also a smaller human. So,
well, Nicole actually put it next to the X-Wing, and it looked much bigger than the X-Wing. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's 1,931 pieces.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't really seen it in photographs next to something else that I know the scale of in real life. So
you need a banana for scale.
Yes.
Not going there.
Yeah, now that I'm looking here, the original TIE Fighter was 1685. And that was a little bigger than what I thought it would be.
And the original TIE Interceptor was like 700 pieces.
Yeah.
So
that's the scale we need right there. Yeah.
That it is. Is that platform supposed to be to scale of the movie? Is that
these ships are? I mean, I believe they're supposed to be to scale.
Cool.
Yeah.
These are from the X-Wing tabletop game, and I bought these specifically because all the little spaceships seem to be pretty much scale to each other, which is
because even the Falcon and the Ghost and other ships they've done are to scale with each other.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I really wish they'd do a UCS Ghost. I think that would be the best way to do that one. That the place scale is just so undersized for what.
I got a fan made one up there that I got off of Rebrickable.
Really? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You should have said those words.
Jeff, stand by. You'll be getting a bunch of orders.
I think that we'll get one eventually.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's
up
awesome.
there in the middle. Yeah.
I love it. Oh.
It was one of it. Actually, the funny thing was that the guy who did it is, I think his name is Clyde Chestnut or something like that is his handle.
Of course it is.
That's not right.
I'm not making that one up. I'm being serious. But he he included some pieces in there that were not common.
Always.
So you can either choose to swap them out. But like one of the pieces only came in one set, and you need 4 pieces of it. And the only place I could get it from was in Germany, and they were $5 a pop.
Oof. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's not as bad as when I built the Alien by the Avco brothers, and it takes 8 of those like curved windshield pieces in black. And
that's what it was. But those in light gray is what I needed.
Well, the black ones were $8 a piece.
So yeah.
I've got that stupid DC-15 blaster that I'm trying to put together, and those $20. I'm gonna have to Krylon I bought the gray ones so I can Krylon them to black. I know. I've been wanting to ask. I always shop and spend all my check at Jeff's. Are there other Bricklink stores here in the group that I should be sharing the?
Actually, you can you're here in Georgia, right?
No, I'm in Maryland, unfortunately.
Okay, I got it. One of the better Bricklink stores here, actually one of the better higher Bricklink stores is Wild Bricks, etc. Wild Bricks, Georgia. Yeah.
Wild Bricks, etc.
And Matt's got a store, but he's.
I think on Facebook it's actually listed as, or on Instagram. On Instagram it's Wild Bricks, etc. But I think on Bricklink it's Wild Bricks, Georgia.
Wild Bricks, Georgia. Okay. I'm typing these down.
I sell almost exclusively sets and some minifigs, and I've got a handful of parts from stuff that they were basically we were disposing of it when I worked at a Lego store, and I was like, "Can I dispose of this into my trunk?" And somebody said, "As long as I don't know about it."
Well, what's yours? I have to ask because that really
it's
intrigued me.
SYZER. It's S Iserman 98, which was my old handle.
S Iserman 98. I know that how to spell that very well. I'm a Red Wings fan, so
okay. What? How did I not know this?
I'm from Detroit, so yeah.
Our season was exciting to the last minute and a half. That was anyways, well, you and I should chat separately about this at some point.
Are the Red Wings playing in the Cup Finals, or
they got eliminated with 2 minutes to go in the season?
I know the Toronto Maple Leafs are, and I know they're not going to go anywhere.
No.
But I have to rub it in.
Well, I mean, the Maple Leafs minus William Nylander are playing. Nobody cares about this except for me.
But at least I can play along.
He's just doing his great. You might as well put the one where he's got the Lego hat and he's like
caps. Yep, there's
just do all the best
there. Yeah. You know, one thing that is starting to intrigue me as I get older is curling. I have to say that. I grew up, watching Channel 9 Ontario, and I hated it. And now I find myself watching it every now and then on YouTube or something.
Curling's fun. I did curling one time.
Oh my gosh!
And it's the only sport you can go
I have a body
Olympics
for, apparently. So
yes. You can drink.
I'm currently curling.
You can drink while playing it, and you can go to the Olympics at like 48 in a curling.
Yeah.
Well, I got a TikTok video or social media video somehow on curling, and it was showing the very specific granite and the very specific process for making the curling stones. I'm like, why do they need multiples? Why don't they just make like 5? And that would cover it. And so I don't know, because I don't think that large thing of granite ever like wears down. It's sliding on ice. So I'm like, well, that curling stone's about worn out, and it's like 800 pounds and 3 ounces of granite's off of it. Yeah, that's worn
it's not
out.
like a baseball. Oh, that one's gone off into the stands. Somebody's taking home a souvenir.
Lucky man goes home. He sees his kid with a stone.
Crush in the head or whatever.
Or it's an elderly person trying to get away from the stone as it's chasing her down because
also known as a rock. Just have a
the rock, the rock.
Random,
so we're besmirching it right now. We need to.
Yes, we are.
You're going to talk about it. Talk correct.
My favorite thing about watching curling is that the strategy consists of brush.
Harder.
The German team is really fun to watch.
On or off, like you're either brushing or you're not brushing. It's like brush up.
And it's not like a subtle little bit of brushing. It's either no brushing or like yeah.
But it's crazy how much that works.
That's true.
It's a sport, man. It's an art.
We have a rink in Atlanta that actually had like a little curling league going for a while. I never gave it a try, but it looks fun.
Well, I want to know how it started. It's like, hey, I got this 2-liter bottle full of granite, and I got a handle on it, and let's slide it down there, and
Well, I think you're onto something with you can play it with a beer in your hand.
Yep.
I think that's how it.
I'd like to imagine that they started off with like tea kettles because it's kind of got that shape. It's round, and you just like push the tea kettle down the ice. I don't know.
They were ice fishing. Can you pass me my tea kettle, Larry?
Jeff, you don't have the background on the origins.
Yeah,
I do.
That's a wise one.
Are you just holding in all the secret Canadian?
They teach you that in school. That's one of your classes.
Yeah, how to get stoned? Oh no, that's
It came from Scotland.
Yeah, the rocks are only from like one island in the world.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that you guys are all Googling it. It's just funny.
You may have just created a new passion after hours curling network or something.
There needs to be an episode of like Old Grey Bricks Go Curling, and we can have like a camera and we can watch.
Well, this is 4 minutes. I'm never getting back. And I just realized that we're way after 8 o'clock. I've got a wife to feed, critters to feed. I will catch you all.
The
Todd Bricks has got a curling club for us.
There's all these things. Look, this lady's curling, but she's missing it. Or I don't know. This is the oddest symbol.
That's the broom.
She's got a see-through torso. It's amazing.
That's a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
I'm glad I stayed for this extra 5 seconds.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Good night, folks.
That's my
This
next
looks like
tattoo
she's-
right there.
This looks like she's cleaning up after the Doberman or something. I don't know.
She's fighting with the Roomba.
Dana's gonna have nightmares, and that's
He
gonna
gone.
Yeah, he's out. And I think
You
you
guys are
all
awesome.
are. Thank y'all for joining us on a very messy Monday. We hope to see you again next week. I'll probably be coming to you from Charleston, but unless I'm back here to pick up another load of stuff. So have a great night. Be awesome and be awesome. Be kind to your neighbors. Good night, everybody.